beat Chu in the
Yeah,
finals.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. Didn't talk to Chu for like a month after that. Hmm.
All right. So thanks, guys. Will be our game two of the first round of the top eight. In case you missed it, we just had Matt Wadden and Ryan Saracen. Ryan conceded after losing the first game by 28. And we're going to move on to Matt Sokol and B. Fred.
Looks like Sokol's got map again, and what do we think? B Fred's going to play his Hitco again for the third day in a row.
Hicko's awful. I can't believe I played that at Worlds. Oh my god. Oh.
When do we see Matt again? Matt who?
I guess he wants to see Matt Wadden again. At least an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
Never.
if Matt will be in the top four, so we will see who he ends up playing in the next round. We could get him next game, or if he advances to the championship, we'll definitely have him in that. So yeah, this is probably Sokol's similar deck that he played yesterday, the Trooper map
Yeah,
build.
I would. Yeah, I would figure Matt probably played the same decks from yesterday.
The sidebar should be good. USA Gamer Girl, let me know if it's wrong. It says game two, Sokol first one, 19. I think
Yep, yep.
I think we're good.
Some
Yeah,
people
that
just don't know how
definitely
to read.
sounds like what's his name?
No CRG. This is not the Lenny Imperial Supply style of map, unless he changed it from what he played yesterday. Yeah, yesterday he played more of the Trooper, lots of blasters, very standard map build that's been around.
Oh, B Fred's playing old allies as well.
Okay. Well, we saw Map versus Old Allies yesterday, and Map was the one that won those ones.
He's the better player too.
All right, and those of us just joining, we got 41 viewers right now. Thanks for joining us. We got myself, Jerry, we got Chris Gogolin, and Steve Baroni are all bringing you commentary. So thanks for helping out today,
Oh,
boys.
look at that. Wadden's got a little cheerleader.
Wadden does have a cheerleader. Test drive doll. Maybe that's his alternate account.
Could be.
In testing pre-worlds, you had a lot of success as OA versus Map. All right. Well, I mean, I think it's a matchup that can go either way. It just kind of depends on, the space is a big deal. Converting the Jakku system, we've seen that kind of force choke the old Allies deck a little bit. Sokol plays the Starkiller base sites, whereas like the Lenny Imperial Supply version doesn't play any of those extra sites. So he usually has a better activation platform.
Yeah, it's going to come down to a couple of key battles again.
Yeah, who gets their command to stick, or if the flight suit comes out like we saw in the last game. But Sokol having that 19 force lead, Beefred's going to have to probably play a little more aggressively than you like to play as an old Allies player. Is that correct?
Well, it's going to be. I mean, it'll kind of come down to what kind of key interrupts he does have. Can he protect his Falcon in space against the finalizer? Uh, can he keep it from getting shot on the ground? Because he can't really just leave it there against the Trooper blasters because it's not that hard to hit.
Yeah, good call, Tom Kelly. Who would win their first game by 19 and then lose the match? I've heard of at least one guy that happened to.
Tom's still rubbing it in that I beat him by 30 and lost the second game by 31.
That is crazy. Because I mean that was the situation that Ryan was going to be in if he decided to play that second game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got pretty much non-stop Star Wars for you this morning. That went from right from that first game without even a so much as a pause right into this game. So it's pretty sweet. I liked seeing that picture that Angelo posted on Facebook yesterday where he hooked the Twitch stream up to his TV. That was pretty cool.
I don't know. Brian Hunter once came over to me at Worlds and was like, dude, I just won by 31. Can you believe that? And then he lost the second one by 32 in the same fucking matchup that he lost, that
That
he won
was
by
was that
31.
the Michael Raveling one in
I don't know. It was in
2008?
Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota 2008. Where Raveling played the projected telepathy, and Hunter couldn't. He was like trying to set up a beatdown or something. I remember hearing that story from Brian.
They were both playing Senate and Mistral.
Mistral, yeah. Mistral was one of my
And
favorite legacy decks.
Brian Hunter won the first game by it might have even been 35, to be honest with you.
It was a
It was
high.
some,
It was a high number. It was 30 something for sure.
it was something stupid. And then he's like, yeah, the guy was an idiot. Came over, he was bragging about it. And then they flipped the sides, mirror match. And Brian Hunter did the exact same thing that the other guy just did that clearly didn't work out and lost by even more.
Crazy. That is crazy. All right, so Sokol's using the Starkiller base, gets a sight out.
Thanks for watching on the big screen TV, Gornall. I know Angela was doing that yesterday in Europe as well. So hopefully you got your feet up on the couch and got some snacks going. And
Yeah, that's Bob. He's a Colorado guy, so thanks for joining us, Bob. Hey, Angelo. Good to see you, buddy. So we got Kylo Shuttle, Kylo Ren.
Yep.
Uses the use pile pull. Is that all of the force that Sokol has, though? I think that he's using all the force to get the Kylo out first turn.
well, yeah, it's not cheaper anymore, right? So it costs seven to do it.
Yeah, it costs a lot more than it did when the map first dropped a couple years ago. Got the
But still,
lightsaber and a trooper for free. And then I think we're going to see B-Fred pull the Yavin Sentry Shield. There it is. Got the gun out, too.
Yep, that's a pretty solid start.
So yeah, that's a drain of 2 and a ping of 1. First turn. All right, Brian Fred pulls General Leia and General Calrissian. Pretty standard for old allies these days to get those guys out real quick.
Yeah, I think we'll see Brian, just load up the Falcon and with Ray and Lando, assuming he doesn't miss his Ray pull, and then he'll just take off and kind of set up his hand while waiting to see what Matt does in space.
See, I remember yesterday when we watched Matt, he got Grimtashed and he got his finalizer taken out of his hand. And the whole game, he never even went to space because he never found his finalizer. All right, so he plays the. That's one of the Jakku sites that doesn't see a lot of play. The 2-1 like Graveyard of Giants site. I can't remember what that one is called. Yes. Sorry, the hotel staff had to ask me a question about someone wanted to sneak in the room and empty out the trash. I'm like, yeah, just go right in. They won't mind. She didn't want to disturb anyone. I was like, oh, they're just playing cards.
Well, that's very nice.
Yeah, those trash cans were getting kind of overflowing in there, so we kind of needed that. You know how those tournament rooms end up looking after Saturday night.
After Saturday night drinking fest, yeah,
Yeah.
they're a little stank.
Yeah, Jan's not even here, and we still have a bunch of beers, so. Got Ray, got Solo, or not Solo, Calrissian. So, like you said, I'll probably just move Ray over, fly up the Falcon. Looks like Matt will have like up to 11 force at his disposal next turn. Is that enough to get the finalizer out?
It costs 9 to
Okay.
go ground with it.
So he
So
doesn't have anything saved, so could be tough for Matt to go to space next turn. Oh, he's got Radis too with the leadership. So Radis would be on that Falcon too, it looks like.
yeah, the Falcon's going to be fairly safe for the first couple turns. It's going to be what happens after that as the game develops, because they're both going to have to get a second location, and that's going to be where the interaction is really going to come from.
Yep. So is that the second Ray that's sitting out? That's he's using Brave Resistance to trade that Ray for a different character. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, he's swapping.
Okay.
Now he took a force back. I missed exactly why he did that, and hopefully it was uh, a card he recently used and not one that he had after he had already searched.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
He's going to grab Poe.
So seeing Matt's hand, I see 2 Sniper Dark Strikes in his hand. Those
Yeah,
are
we
good
saw
to
him play
have.
with 2 of those yesterday. That really helped get rid of the undercover spies.
Yeah, that's a good way to get rid of those undercover spies and also make battles go in your favor by snipering off the resistance agent and stuff like that.
Could also be used to shoot the Falcon.
That is true.
I
He
don't know what
paid to
card that
move
was.
Ray, and then okay, so that's what Justin's telling us that he paid to move Ray, and
Okay.
then decided he needed a brave resistance first. So they just sort of did things out of order. But now we'll see what Matt does this turn. He's got enough to put the finalizer out, but maybe not enough to put a couple pilots on it. So, but Brian did keep the Falcon landed as opposed to flying it up to space.
Yes,
So
he did.
he's gonna do the force drain for 2, and then a ping for 1. Loses a Blount and a Dash and Rogue 10 off the top.
He can live without those guys.
Alright, so now we'll see, like I said, what Matt's got going on. This will be a big turn for him, too. Like you said, trying to either get a second location where a lot of interaction will occur, or if he's going to try to attack the Falcon.
Oh, something else we saw in Matt's hand right there was Presence of the Force. That
Okay.
could be an interesting card to turn.
Turn Ray's encampment to a
Right.
battleground.
Yeah. Or at least in the deck. Yeah, he looks like he's doing a use pile search now for putting Hux down. Okay.
Yep. See a barrier in there, a couple troopers, Phasma. PV. Looks like he decided to go with either Phasma or PV. I couldn't quite tell. Either one of those characters would be good for him, though. Uses Hux to get Stratego reserves. So you can start canceling some Force Drains with that.
That could also be something that
What's up,
certainly
Hayes?
influences the game. The number of drains that Matt's able to cancel. If he's got 5 or 6 troopers, and they're both just kind of trading drains for 2, but he's canceling half of them, that could certainly skew the game in his favor as well. Matt's not trying to win. Matt's just trying to get it down to under 19. So
Have fun. Thank you. Sorry, I was talking to Hayes there for a second. I was seeing if he had any updates for us, but I guess. Okay, what about any. Is there any other game results that you have? If you have any game results, try to tell me.
That's what you want?
Yes. That's what I want. So JJD, the first game we actually had, we started with Matt Wadden and Ryan Saracen, and that one went really quick, and Ryan conceded the second game, so we switched to Matt Sokol and Brian Fred. The first matchup was Matt's TRM against Brian Fred's Invasion Battle Droids. So we had, this hotel's got like a big soccer tournament going on this weekend, so there's been a lot of soccer teams or swim teams or something going on through the hallway. I just had a big group, but they finally got their meeting room unlocked, so now they are out of my way.
were they all posing for pictures with Chewbacca?
They were just like literally sitting in the hallway, like right next to me, and I even I put my microphone on mute, and it's like, hey guys, can you just turn it down a second? I know it's weird. I'm sitting in a hallway trying to broadcast, but just tone it down. So yeah, Matt won the first game by 19, so we've got to see B. Fred win this one by 20 or 19 with fewer in loss pile. Could be tough. That's an Onita from B. Fred. He gets his dash back. So maybe he felt that card was more necessary than what Gogolin thought. So yeah, it comes right out.
It certainly has its uses, but it's a maneuver 5 vehicle. That's not too difficult to shoot down with the trooper blaster.
So I think we're going to see B. Fred go for the flip this turn. He'll fly up to the system and then move Poe Dameron over, I'm guessing.
Probably.
But with Matt's now going to have enough by putting out another Starkiller base site, and Brian putting the 2-2-1 out to definitely put out a fully loaded finalizer. So you got to be careful there. Alright, now up to over 45 viewers on the Twitch stream. Thanks guys for checking us out.
It's pretty good.
Glad you're enjoying the Endor stream. We got myself and Chris Gogolin and Steve Baroni here bringing you commentary for... I think they all went into this one. Yeah.
Drew the bottom card with Ray to put Leia down. And now it looks like he'll shuffle some people around and take off.
So now B-Fred has flipped, so we can reduce that force drain, or the the damage that Sokol's doing a little bit. Help keep him in it.
Yeah, it would still be 1-1 if Matt decided to pay for the drains, but
yeah, he's getting the free ping damage, and then he could pay to drain for essentially 1 since B-Fred could reduce it. going to cancel the Force Drain with a Control Tunnel Vision.
Where'd your arm go?
I
They're
just
in
top
there
decked
now.
one.
Oh, we just top decked the Control Tunnel Vision. Okay.
You're in bad shape? Yeah, I got a huge headache, man. Just, like associated with drinking or just in general? Like the pillow. Damn those pillows. I know. So you were able to get in? I was able to get in, yeah. With the one that I said I thought it was.
So we got It's a Hit was played. Was it to cancel an Ellis? Or. So Phil won
Yes. By
14
yes.
with 2-8.
In-loss pile
Oh, okay.
versus
Harpster.
40.
45. Okay, so Phil won the first game by 19. Is that what it said? Or was it 14?
14.
Phil.
14.
Sorry, you're typing. It says Phil Boo, not by. So I'm trying to figure out your chicken scratch here. Yeah, so Phil won his first game by 14.
Ooh, 14.
And what was the was it light side or dark side you won with? Dark side. So Phil.
Hunt down over Hicko.
Okay, so Phil won the Hunt Down versus Hitgo game by 14, and they'll be taking a short break to do their next game against the Harpster. So I mean, 14 is pretty good, but definitely not insurmountable from Harpster. So now we see Matt going after his second sight with Phasma, and is that another Trooper? Yep. So Trooper Rifle, Phasma, and FN 2003.
Yep. So now I'll have a second location to drain at, a second ping.
Moves Hux over to sort of even up the stacks. It's Kylo Ren, a Trooper, and the Shuttle at one site. Hux and Phasma and a Trooper at the other.
So he's got 2 Destiny at one location and a Destiny to power at the other.
Yep.
And since he can still cancel drains with strategic reserves, again, not in any hurry for Sokol to have to do anything here.
Yep. So I think maybe next turn we'll see if he starts building up his space fleet, takes over the Jakku system, or tries to force the Falcon out of there, or if maybe B-Fred finds a Tantive. Because, yeah, B-Fred will have to do something to influence this if he wants to win this game by 20. Because Matt's content to just drain and ping and
Right.
leech this game away.
Matt can just sit back and, play patiently. He doesn't need to push the action. B-Fred's the one who needs to be aggressive because he has to win by 20.
Yep.
With a deck that puts a lot of cards on the table.
Someone should remind Harpster that starting 0-2 and the swish portion is okay, but not the match play. Yeah, that's... Well, he's only 0-1, and all he's got to do is win by 15, so that is certainly not out of the question, so...
That is pretty reasonable. Do we have any updates on the Chu-Olsen match?
Yeah, all we had was that. What Hayes brought me was that. So we have, I think... Yeah, the Sokol one finished their first game, but Joe Olsen and Johnny Chu might be still playing that first game. I was going to try to sneak away and get some updates, but...
Go for it, dude. You got it.
You guys got it? All right, yeah, I'll see
Yeah,
if
I'd
I
like
can...
to know if Olsen getting beat like
I'll
the
be right
redheaded
back.
stepchild that he is.
And he does have a little bit of red hair left, so...
You know, when I saw him at Worlds, he just looked unhealthy. Goes around, comes around, my friend. Believe me, I'm a prime example of that.
Yeah, you live your life a quarter mile at a time. That's what happens.
Well played, sir.
All right, so with the first game for Johnny Chu and Joe Olsen, they have the longer time limit for match play, so they're definitely taking their time. But Joe Olsen had 3 life force, and Johnny Chu had about 6 life force.
What side were they playing?
Johnny was playing light.
All right, so that's pretty much a null kind of game. So
Yeah, so that one should be over in the next. It looked like they were just.
So Chu couldn't get the lock on him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he was able to do that. I think there was a lot of people crowding around that table, so I didn't get a good look at the board state. I just kind of wanted to see
No
what the
worries, it's
life
all good.
forces were, but
Hmm.
that one's going to be close. So that second game will
Right.
be
I
big.
think that second game is going to be Hunt Down versus um, Watch Your Step. I believe be another classic.
The Chu Olsen one was it was Hidden Base versus the EOPS deck. I'm pretty sure is what I saw. Let me go back out there. I'll check one more time.
Man, that dude Dorsch is kind of funny.
It looks like B Fred's going to add some backup in space with the Corvette, probably dock and move his pilots around as well.
Okay, so the Chu Olsen game just finished. It was actually Chu's dark side
That's what I
versus
thought.
Joe's light side. So I had that backwards. I must have looked at the wrong piles there. So yeah, Johnny Chu won by 3, and it was Hunt Down versus Watch Your Step, like you said. So the next one will be Hidden Base versus whatever Joe's got for Dark Side.
Nice.
So yeah, Johnny
He's just,
Chu plus
I mean,
3.
Chu at this point, Chu can just time him out.
Because he's playing, you said he's playing the HB deck, the lockout.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I would do.
I don't
But
know what
hey,
Joe has
I
for
mean,
dark. They played
Chu
the EOPS deck
Chu has
yesterday.
better morals than I do.
Yeah. Brian's really stacking up space now, adding the Hera and the. Oh,
Corvette.
he added Hera and the Corvette. Is he just trying to shuffle people around and figure out who's going where, or did he actually? I can't imagine he's shuttling those guys down. That would just be crazy talk. Okay.
So the map deck is flipped. Okay, now he's got Shuttle's Ray back over there. So now the map deck is back on the 0 side because Ray is the resistance agent for this matchup. All right, so now we'll probably see Matt try to do something in space, or maybe he grabbed the It's a Hit. So I wonder if Matt is setting up for like an Ellis Hellrot beatdown.
Probably just doesn't want his trains getting canceled every turn.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be my guess.
I mean, Beef Red still has what looks to be a lot of life force left, but
Yeah, I mean they're still very early on in the game here. This is like turn 4, but obviously Matt can continue to do 2 ping damage, get drains in. Some of it will get reduced by down to 1, but he can still do 4 to 5 damage a turn.
that's true. He does have to pay for those force drains, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dutch Vader, I'm sure Beef Red has a Rose Tico or 2 in there. We haven't seen her yet, but she's pretty easy to shoot with trooper blasters and stuff, so I think Beef Red wants to make sure that he can keep her safe once he puts her out. One thing we noticed with the lighting setup is the glare off the cards is improved, but the glare off of the people who have bald heads is a lot worse.
Who's bald? Oh, Brian
B
Fry.
Fred.
Is he rocking his usual no sleeve cut off tank top?
Yeah, today he was. Yesterday he had his Adrian Peterson jersey on.
Ah,
Today he's rocking I believe it's a Captain America tank top.
Oh,
oh
that one.
man.
P59 coming down against Radis and Ray. So I mean, there's some force loss right there. Just shoot Radis, who's just defense value 3. General Grievous also. So maybe we're gonna see Sokol try to go for a beatdown here.
And he could command on the ground as well to add a second destiny.
Yep. He's gonna barrier the Grievous
That's a wise call.
Trooper.
Trooper and a gun would be good too.
There's a gun. Yeah, I think Matt runs like 3 guns in this deck, and he's got them all out now.
And they're all on the table.
And he's got his Jakku system still floating in there, though, in his reserve deck. Not quite sure what he's doing there. Maybe is he...
That was tough.
I'm not sure what's going on there. They're obviously talking about something. I thought that was just Sokol's reserve deck.
I think they're saying, like, would the 0 even hit if he drew the 0?
0 wouldn't hit, especially because you can make it -2, can't you? With the Old Allies objective.
He could make it with the objective and reduce 2, but I mean, the trooper adds 2 and the guy's defense value -1. So
Oh, that's fair.
technically,
Yeah.
you could shoot Radis and still hit.
Okay, and then looks like Beefred had a I can take care of myself.
Oh, he went for the shot on Ray.
Yeah, but like Adam, we were saying, the Stormtrooper makes it -1. The gun shoots it +2. Plays a blast points to add a destiny for firing a blaster with a trooper.
Radis is ability 3?
Radis is ability 3, yes.
Oh. For some reason, I always think he's a 2.
No, he's a 3. I remember us watching last year in Worlds when Emil was playing his QMC deck that keyed off of ability equals 3 rebels. And Radis was like the star of that because he's deploy free and still has ability 3. So it looks like Beefred wanted to react with Finn, but maybe just didn't react at the right time. But Sokol letting him react with Finn after he'd already tried to shoot and stuff.
And then he also played blast points, which doesn't get him a second battle destiny.
Oh, right, because the barrier. That is true, because it's if unable to otherwise on P59. You just get 1 battle destiny from the blast points.
Unless Grievous somehow wasn't barriered?
He's kind of set off to the side, and when
Yeah.
we saw him play the barrier, yeah, I think that was a misplay there I'm not sure if they're doing active judging in there today. I don't think they are.
What are you guys even talking about right now?
So in the battle at the site,
What site?
the 2-1
graveyard.
site where Ray and Radis are.
I don't even see that on my screen, unless they're in the Falcon.
No, it's the 3rd site from the left, in the middle, where Radis and Ray are.
Site. Huh, that's
Might
weird.
need to refresh. Maybe you're stuck.
Yeah, maybe
Oh, is that
refresh
what
your
it is?
stream. Sometimes it gets. But yeah, so he played blast points to.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that was it. I was like,
Okay.
what the hell?
Yeah,
Perfect.
you must have been frozen or something. We're only dropping 1.5% of frames today, so I don't know if the connection's a lot better or Steve is in a different universe, maybe. But yeah, he played blast points to add a battle destiny from firing a blaster with a trooper, but he only had P-59 and the trooper in the battle, and he drew 2 battle destiny when he should have really only drawn the 1. He had 1 if unable to otherwise, but he was able to otherwise with the blast points, so he should have only had 1 destiny draw there. But it.
So it seems like Chu's playing against Dark Combat.
Oh.
Yep.
Hidden base versus dark combat. Interesting.
I've heard a couple people on Gemp were playing a dark side combat that uses like the Mustafar system and stuff. So
Interesting.
yeah, you start like Coat drive yards and pull that, and then you can just teleport your Vader over, and also just go crazy on force activation with that deck. Still give up a lot of icons though.
Yep.
So yeah, Beefred had to lose Finn out of that battle, and Sokol lost the P-59.
That whole battle was weird.
That whole battle was very strange. I think they goofed up.
It's a hard game.
There's so many things to remember.
Well, even like the destinies that they drew, Finn doesn't look like he would have covered unless he reduced.
He could have reduced. I think that was, yeah.
But then again, he also could have shot Finn because Finn got deployed as a react after he fired the weapons phase. So
Yeah.
we'll just chalk it up to they're just playing their own game over there, and
we're just watching it.
hopefully they get it figured out.
Yeah,
But they just let us know who won and how. We'll just go with that.
Okay. So now that was Beefred using a Brave Resistance. I think he pulled solo by getting rid of a Ray. Yeah, there's solo. So now he gets 2 Battle Destinies there.
Yep.
Could play an interrupt from Lost Pile, maybe.
Yeah, we do see Matt still has those snipers in hand, though, so he could. Maybe that's why he was going after Ray last battle, so he could sniper her out of the battle and then beat up on
Finn and Radis.
Yeah. Which could potentially work again, although now they're going to be higher defense value from the objective.
Okay, and then Cassian can cancel a targeting or a destiny or whatever.
Yep, he's another character that's going to be a wrinkle. He might have to because old allies, I think, only protects resistance characters, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Episode 7 characters.
Did he get barriered, Cassian? Looks like he did.
Yep.
Is he gonna? Brian looks like he's gonna potentially grab the barrier.
Now it looks like Matt's out of troopers in his hand.
Yeah, Matt has like the presence of the Force and the Sniper Dark Strikes is like his 3-card hand.
And there's something at the back of it. I don't know if that's the finalizer still or.
That would make sense. Yeah, it's definitely the 2 snipers and the presence and the finalizer.
Four more. Who's left?
It puts Jin Urso to cover up an undercover spy drain there. Wonder if Matt should play a second system just for this matchup.
Well, he can put Presence of the Force on his Star Killer base if he needs to turn that into a battleground system.
Yep.
And that may be something he's considering doing a little later.
Okay, so Sokol loses 2 cards because Brian initiates battle, and he had barriered. Loses 2 force to weapons display. Lost the command and the barrier. And then B-Fred's going to play Keep Your Eyes Open, so no sniper shenanigans are going to happen this battle.
So no weapons.
At least I saw him holding it in his hand. I'm pretty sure he's playing it. He's going to use Leia to retrieve first, I think, and then he's going to play Keep Your Eyes Open. There you go. So Keep Your Eyes Open will prevent all weapons from being fired this battle. You do have to lose a force for the privilege of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much like a ceasefire mirror. Loses a Chewbacca. All right.
Oh, draws low for Destiny, though. That'll only probably get Grievous. Might actually only get the Trooper.
That's why you got to play High Destiny, bro.
Yeah.
No, it should be like a 4 or something like that. So Grievous will die, but the guy will get to live.
The guy with the blaster is almost what Matt wants over the Grievous because he's doing more ping damage with the blasters.
Did he draw more than a 3?
I think he drew 3 exactly. I think it was.
Can he forfeit the? Does he have the effect to forfeit blasters?
No.
Oh, that'd be
But
cool.
Ray also adds 1 to it, so.
Gotcha.
Just want to check out Cassian to see if Cassian only works in battles, I think, right?
I believe you're right.
Nope, cancel a Gestron, weapon, or battle destiny once per game. So
Okay, so it does work against Sniper.
yeah, so if he did try to sniper, Cassian could cancel at that location. So he'll just have to sniper Jin instead.
B-Fred's playing the escape pod, grabs a Hoojix. Definitely might come into play here.
The important thing is that, for Matt at least, is that Brian's lost pile is getting bigger. And, for Brian, he's kind of on the clock a little bit here to pick up the pace.
Yeah, his reserve deck looks pretty good still, but he does have to win by 20.
Yep.
Brian Fred won't do it. He'll choke like he always does.
We'll see. We'll see.
He just counted 19 cards face down. So.
Oh, so we're already at that point, huh?
20. He's got 22 total face down with his used pile and stuff, and then 5 in hand. So
22.
There's 2 used interrupts in his hand: leadership and hear me, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's still in okay shape.
Right, but at 1 or 2 more turns.
If he can maybe get Rose going, he can start retrieving some force with her. Oh, there's a Rose. He just lost one.
Yep. But
Rose
Matt
is a bad bitch.
He can sniper Jin. He can pay to drain there. And now she is a female character, so if he has that interrupt, right,
I can take care of myself, yeah. Yeah, Nick, he could put the presence on Starkler base. Maybe he's just waiting. Matt doesn't have to force any issues in this game. He's already got the 19 force lead, so you'll see him do that maybe later when he just wants to start draining for free. But here comes the Sniper Dark Strike on Jin Urso.
There's no generic troopers there, so she is still at least defense value 3. Is Brian debating grabbing it? Or canceling it? Does he have something to cancel it with solo?
Say it's a trap cancels Sniper. But I don't know what else cancels it. Besides, like, Sense.
Right, or if he lost the I can take care of myself, which doesn't look like he did.
I don't think he did. Yeah, so Jin's gone, and now we can start draining and pinging there. Well, I guess you can ping there, but now he can drain.
Yep. And that'll cost Brian 2 more cards and put him basically down to 20. We believe Ray is the agent.
Yeah, because Ray was up in space, and he was flipped on the 7 side, and then Ray shuttled back down, and then he flipped it right back over. So I'm pretty certain that it's Ray.
That should put Brian right at 20 face down. So
And we saw him just lose one rose. If he gets another copy out, maybe he can start retrieving with her. But yeah, Brian's in a tough spot. There's the presence of the Force on the encampment, so we aren't going to see that in space.
okay, looks like he's just going to move over and get a third ground drain then. He'll slide some people around.
Yep, just rotate everything down to the other sites, and now he's basically set up the exact, similar to where he was, last turn. So
That's interesting that he moved Kylo over and not the trooper with the gun. I would have figured he would have wanted the troopers with the guns at the multiple locations.
oh yeah, because he doesn't have a blaster ping in the middle there. Yeah, you're right.
And he doesn't get Battle Destiny at the other location unless he's got the blast points in hand. But Brian, then, again, Brian also only has like a 4-card hand, so.
And a lot of the characters that OA runs are already out, or
Yeah, there's not a lot of guys he could swap for. He's already lost, Chewie and a couple of Finns. It looks like he's got at least one Trooper Assault in hand, too.
so that'll help. If so, I know Beef Red's got another copy of Poe in his hand, which doesn't do him much good since there's already one on the speeder.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other matchup, Justin? It was Matt Sokol's TRM versus Brian Fred's Invasion, and Matt won by 19, as you should be up on the screen. Yeah, but this is still the first round of the top 8. We bounced from our first matchup to this one. We didn't get to see that one on stream, so I don't know if it was the Invasion Destiny 8 rifle version. I would guess. That seems to be the most popular version of Invasion right now. But I have seen a few Destroyer Droid versions and other things like that. Alright, so he's going to play an interrupt from Lost Pile with Solo, a Jedi Levitation. And he's going to use that to get a Hark Seth into hand.
Non-V Harksef, he's going to try and reduce some drains.
Ah, okay, so it's the non-V one that has the reduced text on it.
Nothing new.
Okay.
Still the only guy's not here, so we're good.
It's Blue 11, the vehicle.
Hey, someone did play the new vehicle card.
Or is that the speeder that the new card that Dan made in the set 10? That's like the ski speeder thing. I can't tell if that's Blue 11 or the ski speeder. I think it's Blue 11. Yeah, set 9, Blue 11. That's the one that like lets you deploy a non-pilot rebel aboard it.
Yeah, you can play Rebel Princess.
Yeah. Well, he's already got General Leia out, so he won't be pulling her. He'll put someone else on there if he does, but...
It could have, Nick, but unfortunately all his pilots are on the ground. He never has really found PV or anything like that, so he's just taking his time and doing whatever ground damage he can just to get this.
Yeah, he's constrained by having to pay for his drains, but he doesn't care. Like he just has to lose by less than 19. Like when you're in the pilot seat the way he is, he doesn't have to play and try to force any issues. Because we've seen many a finalizer get cleared this weekend with Tantive or Falcon and multiple destinies. So
I was gonna say that was how game 1 went.
yep, that was how at least 2 or 3 games went yesterday too.
Yep.
Yeah, just pinging with the blasters and then getting a drain or 2 in. Matt's already had this game in control pretty much from the get-go without having to really stress too much. Best case scenario for Fred, loses with light side, winning both games. Yep, I suppose that is what B Fred would prefer. He has always been on the light side, is stronger side of
Beefhead
things.
just likes to complain.
He does kind of just like to complain. I'm with you there. I kind of got on him when he was just whining about set 10 over and over. It's like, dude, just fucking deal with it. Like, I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna show up. You're gonna make top 8. Of course you are. So. Oh, Justin.
Cut sleeves off shirt.
Oh man.
Ouch. Check his
Ain't that a
destinies.
bitch.
He's got a Mataka in there and a couple of 4 or 5. So and
Good,
Thrawn.
good draws,
So
yeah. Except
pretty
for the
good.
Thrawn.
Yep.
Plus, he still has the sniper in hand, so like, if he decides he wants to battle, you can sniper Ray.
Yeah, Sol's already used his pull, so
Yep. Oh, there's Dr. E. So this could get. You won't even have to use the sniper if he's got Dr. Ev's on.
Oh shit. Oh shoot, it's email.
Hey, what's up, Emil?
it's your buddy.
I like that too.
Yeah, he's great. Got over 40 players watching. For those who are maybe just joining us, we got myself, Chris Gogolin, and Steve Baroni bringing you commentary for Game 2 of Matt Sokol versus Brian Fred. Sokol won the first one by 19.
Yep. And Matt's just going to draw a couple because again he doesn't need to do anything.
Well,
He's solidified and
B Fred just grabbed a command, so maybe was Sokol just using that to get the Thrawn out of the deck? Yeah.
yeah.
So now maybe now he could. Now he could maybe go to space with the Thrawn and the Finalizer, but I don't think that's gonna
Oh,
happen.
I didn't realize you guys were starting a European chapter now.
Yeah, dude, I got him. I have a hoodie for him next time I see him.
Yeah, I think Brian's under 20 now, so they might actually just be 1 or 2 turns away from calling it, unless they both just want to play the game.
Okay, you guys want to take it over for a sec? I'm gonna go check in, see what other how that
Yeah.
Johnny and Joel.
Fred will
matchups
probably
go.
play it out just to try to relish this moment of glory for as long as possible. I like to get shit over with.
Yeah, I'll have to see if Solka wants to go call the airline and change his flight, though.
He should. I really want to see him win this so he can get into that Hall of Fame. Let me since we are on stream, let me put this out there for the first time officially. I know there has been some talk about me maybe being a potential candidate. I don't give a shit about that. Sokol is much more deserving of it than me. If anyone's gonna get in there, next it should be him, not me.
Well, that is very much appreciated, and I myself have been lobbying for Matt for a couple of years now. Matt keeps trying to block himself getting in. He keeps saying he doesn't feel like, he's earned it, and
That's just him being coy, and I don't even think that's true. I'm pretty sure I've read the full before, even though I don't have access. But that's neither here nor there. Golden, have you checked out Artifact at all?
Don't know what that is.
It's a new card game come out that Dota put up. Valve.
Okay. Nope.
Oh.
All right, so I
I'm
just
playing a little bit.
just checked in with the game room there. The matchup for Joe Olson and Johnny Chu is Hidden Base versus Combat. Johnny Chu and Joe Olson look to be about similar life force. If I had to guess, I'd say Joe has about three or four more. But they both have a lot of life force. I think they're playing it pretty
That's
slow.
not acceptable.
And like Johnny Chu had like three systems with some Mon-Cal cruisers, a Profundity I saw. He's got the Mon-Cal system locked down, so he's doing his drains in space, and Joe Olson's doing his drains with his Jedi on the ground. The other matchup is Phil's TRM versus Harpster's Hunt Down, and it looked like Phil was ahead by about five or six in that one. We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
Exactly. I'm glad somebody got that reference.
That's one of my favorite memes.
Yeah.
We use that expression all the time in my house.
11sies, afternoon tea. So yeah, the other games look to be pretty even, but those like I think Phil looks like he's in a better spot in the Harpster matchup, and
Blasphemy.
that Joe Olson and Johnny Chu one looks like they both have like at least 25 life force. They have huge reserve decks still, so that one might take a minute.
Yeah, I would expect hidden base first combat to be a very methodical game, especially with those two playing and the first game being so close.
Right.
Yeah,
One.
I can't seem to remember if he has if he's playing Virgins or not. It was like that 61st card that we had been talking about.
He
If
had it in
he's
his
playing,
he had it in his deck yesterday.
yeah, then he's probably still kept it in. But that's like the game changer right there.
And then if Joe Olson runs, hidden base counters like search and destroy or security precautions, maybe that could. But I didn't see any
Security
of that.
precautions, search and destroy is a pain in the ass, especially in
Yeah,
that decks. Security precautions isn't that bad just because you don't actually have to. He can't flip and cancel the drain anyways, so it's
right.
mostly just for the lock, and he doesn't need the lock because you've already won game one.
True. 12 pounds of bacon is a lot of bacon, Emil.
Yes, that is thoughtful. You, how about 12 gallons of rum? You can send that my way.
Why is the rum gone?
Rum is always gone.
So yeah, Adam, today we have on commentary myself, Chris Gogolin, and Steve Baroni of KTOD. So yeah, it's fun having a three-person booth today.
It sure ain't Canadian bacon, that's for certain.
Yeah, European bacon is weird, if I remember correctly. It's a lot more different than what we use. So yeah, I mean, this one there, are they just kind of playing it out because they can? We know Brian Fred's already below 20, right?
Yeah, I think Brian's got to be at that point now. I don't know if he's counted it up recently.
I mean, those piles don't look like they're 20 life force. Oh, we got another sniper dark strike. Oh, he's gonna try to sniper the vehicle with the trooper blaster. Jaws of 5. Um, he does have Leia to retrieve when he battles, but I think he just used Cassian to cancel that by placing a rebel out of play.
Yep. And he's going to get a count again. 3, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, he kind of
think-
counted that short. Yeah, it was hard
I
to
felt it
read
was
in.
like 16, 17, so
But yeah, with Leia, he can retrieve when he battles,
he can
but
battle and retrieve force, yeah.
and
But
then if he can ever get Rose going, but I don't think that's likely. There goes Walkling. He's going to retrieve the Tantive back. could actually be pretty big for him. But then, we know that Matt has the finalizer, but Matt might not have enough force to put it out. He's got a lot of cards on the table.
Looks like he played the leadership in the battle to add a destiny or
Limit.
I don't know, Emil. I think it's going to take him a while to figure that whole Brexit thing out again.
No civility, only politics. All right, 45 viewers still. Thanks, guys, for checking us out. I know the NFL playoff games are about to start, so hopefully we can keep your attention, keep those
You'll
eyeballs.
probably lose me in about 10 minutes.
But the Patriots aren't the first one, though, right? They're the second game, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Rams Saints first at 3:00.
We bet pretty heavy on the Saints, though.
So there's a handshake. Sokol advances. I'm pretty sure B. Fred, got into a situation where he realized he couldn't come back from that. But
Oh, look at Sokol. Text and
Dub-
chew.
it's the
Text and the twigs.
it's the double handshake. That's the Sokol special.
There it is. I think he's texting his wife saying, sorry, honey, I'm not getting on my flight and coming home.
I don't know. I see a
Brian
meme on
wins?
that phone. I highly doubt he's sending memes to his wife.
Did you-
Unless it's a naked picture.
Bastion's saying that Brian won, but we'll have to see.
Shut the fuck up. How?
Maybe
I'm
Matt
gonna-
is getting on his plane. I don't know.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go in there and check it out.
Did he scoop him in? That'd be some bull crap. Oh, that was dumb.
Okay, I guess we heard correct. Brian did win. He won by he had 22, and I think Sokol might have just with the Harksef slurping up the damage from the drains and stuff. It sounds like Sokol didn't have enough. He might have just thrown.
All right. Well, congrats to Brian and Fred.
He might have just thrown in the towel a little bit. I'm not sure how that all. But look, I'm not sure if he could have gotten anything else through there. But B. Fred advances over the number 1 seeded Matt Sokol.
Well, it's a good thing I'm drinking.
Break out the rum. So, congrats to B. Fred. Congrats to Matt Wadden. We know both of those guys have advanced to the top 4. And yeah, good
Yes.
call, Nick. Maybe he should have.
Now you do have to send bacon.
Yeah, Matt also left his site on the table too, so might
Who
want to.
cares about sites?
Well, Brian's gonna need him for the next game.
Fuck Brian from.
He figured it out. He just handed it to him.
Actually, the more important question: why isn't Quick Drive? You see, that dude's always on top of everything.
Matt Carulli.
He should be our new tournament advocate.
He just retired from being an advocate. He was an advocate, and now he's not anymore. So
No,
Really?
no, he's a new advocate now. He runs
Oh,